Hey guys, it's Vina and welcome to my vlog. So for today's video, let's talk about on how I process my Australian student visa. I know that you are watching this because you are very interested on processing your student visa application with Pathway to Oz. So no further ado, let's talk about on how I process my Australian student visa application with Pathway to Oz. So disclaimer lang guys, I'm not an educational consultant or immigration lawyer, but this process that I will be sharing with you guys is based on my experience only. So kung gusto nyong makinig or gusto nyong malaman kung paano ko pre-assess yung aking Australian student visa, please keep on watching. Guys, pagpasensyahan nyo na kung may maririnig kayong mga background noises kasi meron kaming merong manok sa kapitbahay namin at saka may mga ingay kayong maririnig outside. So meron kasi akong biniling, what do you call this one? Ito. Pero guys, naririnig pa rin kasi talaga yung noises outside. So, hindi ko na lang siya ginamit. And then guys, meron akong notebook dito. Kodigo ko, char. Nakasulat dito guys kung paano ko pre-assess yung aking Australian student visa para hindi ko siya makalimutan. Para in detail yung isi-share ko sa inyo. Wala nang maraming hanash guys. So, let's talk about on how I started processing my student visa with Pathway to Oz. So, first step that I did is to reach out with Pathway to Oz agency. So, kung meron kayong doubt, kung meron kayong concern kung si Pathway to Oz ba is legit, I can guarantee you guys 100% that they were really a legit agency for your student visa application. Meron kaming group guys kung saan makikita nyo doon yung mga nagpa-process na with Pathway to Oz. Ilalagay ko siya dito guys. And meron din dyan mga members na nagpo-post kung kailan sila nag-grant. So you can also check with them kung legit talaga. But 100% guys, I can guarantee you that they were really a legit agency. Now guys, let's proceed with the processing. I reached out to Pathway to Oz April 2022. And then after reaching out to them, a few days later, one of their educational consultant contacted me, which we discussed the applicable and perfect course and school for me to enroll. After deciding kung saan talaga ako mag-enroll tsaka yung course na aking kukunin, he provided me via email yung list of documents na kailangan kong i-provide and yung questionnaire na kailangan kong sagutan for my enrollment. Then, after Pathway to Oz enrolled me with Rich Community College, within 7 days, if I'm not mistaken, na-receive ko na yung letter of offer ko from them. And then, kailangan ko siyang bayaran within 10 days. Meron kasing validity, guys, yung letter of offer. So, nag-expired siya. So, dapat mabayaran nyo siya within 10 days. Kasi kung hindi, mabibigyan kayo ulit ng panibagong letter of offer. By the way, ang minimum is 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. 3 weeks kasi talaga na makaka-receive kayo ng letter of offer. Minimum yun guys ha. Pero yung maximum niya talaga, meron ding months. May mga months talaga na nakaka-receive pa lang sila ng letter of offer nila. I'm just so lucky kasi within 7 days na-receive ko yung letter of offer ko. Siguro dahil wala pang masyadong enrollees that time. And ayun na nga, nung na-receive ko yung letter of offer ko guys, nagbayad ako ng tuition fee ko, initial tuition fee ko via BPI. So yung initial tuition fee ko guys is 1,200 AUD if you're following my TikTok account. Yun, sinabi ko din doon guys. Tapos, nung nakapagbayad ako ng initial tuition fee ko, ang pagkakaalam ko, 3 banking days bago ma-receive yun ng school. Pagka-receive yun ng school, dun palang tatakbo na magkaroon ka ng Certificate of Enrollment. So, after ko ma-receive guys yung Certificate of Enrollment ko, nag-start na kami with visa team ng Pathway to Oz para naman sa aking GTE or also known as Genuine Temporary Entrant. So, I'll be doing another vlog guys regarding my GTE. Baka makapulit kayo doon ng tips on how to do it. Kung gusto nyo lang naman din panoorin. After namin i-review and finalize yung GTE ko guys, nag-sign na ako. meron kasi kayong marireceive na email from Pathway to Us for you to sign the GTE. After ko makapag-sign guys ng aking GTE, naka-receive ako ng email from Pathway to Us regarding naman sa payment ng visa and OSHC. So, dun sa email nila sa akin guys, nakalagay doon yung link kung saan makikita ko yung list of insurance like CBHS, Bupa, Alliance. Dun guys, na-compare ko kung sino yung pinakamura. And then kung paano ko din siya babayaran. So, August 12, nakapagbayad ako ng aking insurance. And August 10, nauna pala guys yung aking visa payment. Kasi nagka-problem ako sa payment ng aking insurance. So, ang ginawa ko nung time na yon, nakisuyo ako sa friend ko via credit card. Mas mabilis kasi siya guys kapag via credit card. So, yon. Via credit card ko siya binayaran. After nun, may na-receive ako from OSHC na parang letter din siya na nakabili na ako sa kanila ng insurance. And then, ipoprovide mo yon sa visa team ng Pathway to Us. So, after mo ma-provide yon, makaka-receive ka ng email na na-lodge na nila yung iyong student visa application with immigration. So, ako na-receive ko yung lodge date or na-receive ko yung email from them August 16. So, August 16, na-lodge na nila ako. Within that day, naka-receive din ako guys ng email from them na dapat magpa-schedule na ako ng aking medical and biometric. So, yung akin guys, nakapag-schedule ako ng aking biometric and medical August 30. So, nung August 30, yun kasi yung pinaka-available, latest na available appointment guys ng biometric sa Manila. Nasa Aurora province kasi ako, and then yung schedule na pinili ko is Manila kasi mas prefer ko doon, mas mabilis kasi ang transportation. Tapos guys, after ko makapag medical and biometric, si medical center, I don't know how to call it, basta medical, sila na din yung nag-provide yon sa immigration. Tama ba? Yeah, sila na yung magpa-provide nung result sa immigration, and then also sa biometrics, sila na din, direct na yun. And then, waiting game na ako guys, pagkatapos ko ng biometric and medical. Kasi di ba August 16 na-lodge ako, tapos natapos ko yung aking medical and biometric August 30. Tapos pala guys, meron pang nangyari. So, yung time kasi na yun, katatapos pa lang ng menstruation ko. So, dapat 5 days na pagkatapos nung last period mo, dun ka palang pwede mag-medical. So, na-delay pa yung medical ko. Umabot siya ng September 3. September 3 ko natapos yung medical ko, guys. So, natapos ko yung biometric ko August 30, and then yung medical ko September 3, which is okay lang din naman. So, as long as matapos mo yun, guys. And then, waiting game ako. So, nag-grant naman yung nag-grant yung visa ko, guys, December 6. So, inabot siya ng 4 months. So, talagang patience is a virtue, guys. Aside from patience, guys, samahan nyo lang din yan ng prayer. Kasi kung para sa inyo talaga yung visa na yan, ibibigay yan ni Lord, guys. So, that's it on how I process my student visa, guys. So, thank you for watching. Hoping you like and share this video with others para magkaroon din sila ng idea kung paano nila ipaprocess yung kanilang student visa application. And see you on my next video, guys. Thank you!